right. Hear me correctly? Okay, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Lotus Scope. I am your reader, Maje, and you see the thumbnail, you see the title. You know, today I am going to be doing a reading on Pooh Shiesty. And do I have to say alleged for this? I'm pretty sure it's proven that he kidnapped and coerced Gucci Mane to release him from his record contract. Now, I don't expect this reading to get really deep, but I wanted to kind of get into his mindset and understand why did he think this was a good decision to make in order to get out of it, and why did he feel like it was that pressing for him to do it, especially since, from what I hear, he's kind of like in the height of his career, and he just got out of jail, and now he's looking to kind of like go back or to serve some federal time. So yeah, this simply really all that I am here for. I just want to understand his mindset, really. And clearly you do too, because you're still here and you're rocking with me to go through this reading. If you are new here, hello. Again, my name is Maje, and I use tarot to get a better understanding on certain events that are going on in the world, whether it's in hip hop, whether it's in political news, whether it's true crime, conspiracy theories, whatever the case may be. I use tarot. Now, in doing so, if you haven't seen anyone use tarot before, if I'm the first, your entryway, your gateway drug, essentially, into tarot, I am honored. But if you have been here before, you know what the spiel is, okay? I use tarot as kind of like interpretation, or as a translation, and I'm the interpreter, I guess you could say, where I try to pick up on messages and meanings that I receive from my spiritual peoples, and I try to translate them and give you the messages and meanings that I am picking up on, to give you the full scope of what's going on in the reading, or what's going on for whatever topic that I am reading on. So as long as you understand that and know that there is going to be room for misinterpretation or mistranslation on my part, we can proceed forward. Just know that all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only, okay? Now, I can't give you too much backstory on this one because, like I said, I just became aware of a Pooh Shiesty, and I believe I actually have one of his songs in my playlist, and I didn't even realize it was his. I believe it was something like "Get It Back in Blood." He did it with Dirk, and I really love that song. I don't know why. It's like one of, how you have some of those songs in your playlist you like, this is only for this one occasion or this certain event or something that I'm going to. And that's like one of the songs I play when it's like, I want to ride out and look like I'm a dope dealer or something. I don't know. Or, it's like party time, which I don't do too much anymore. So yeah, but I wanted to do this reading just because of that. And because, I had my Gucci Man phase when I was younger, and, nobody can say anything wrong about him because of that, because I just look back on it with nostalgia. But neither here nor there. I'm going to get into this. I can't give you much of a background on why he originally went to jail, a whole background on who Pooh Shiesty is. I probably can give you more of a context and understanding on Gucci Mane. But, just to be fair, since I didn't give a whole lot on Pooh Shiesty, I'm not going to give a whole lot on Gucci Mane. You can kind of do that on your own. Again, this is just for this particular thing, that this incident that occurred with Pooh Shiesty coerced and kidnaps Gucci Mane to get him out of his record deal that he has with him. Because if you didn't know, if you're somebody like me, I followed Gucci Mane, when he first came out and everything. I was there with the whole Jeezy beef. I when he went away for Keisha Kayor, building up his empire and stuff like that. And I didn't know he started a record label, So this was interesting news to me because I thought this was just some YN stuff happening out here in the streets. But let's see. There's a lot of cards flipping over in my hand, but they're not falling. So there's one. This is another. Oh, it's a chunk that wants to fall out, but I'm not going to count those. I'm going to mix them up in here. So, I know you can see some of the ones that's flipped over in here, but till they hit the table or it's something that just steady sticks up in my hand, like this one, because it's sticking out to the side. Not you. You go back. Okay, and then I have two cards that rode. Or was it one? No, it is two. Okay, two cards that fell down that I'm going to read here. As soon as I cover one of them up. Okay. So I'm not surprised to see the world card coming up here in reverse. That is something that is talking about things not being completed, some kind of cycle that isn't completed, but it also can be in regards to, hey, the world sees you now, and the biggest thing that they're going to know you for right now is this incident where you attempted to uh, force your way out of a contract. Now, from what I understand, Pooh Shiesty is really about that life that he be talking about in his songs, unlike some of these people out here, but neither here nor there. That was not smart. But let me go back to the beginning of this. So I do see the Emperor. Oh, Jesus, why did I just realize that? I do see the Emperor coming up here in reverse. This is somebody who is abusing their power, their connections, somebody who is not in control of they are not in control. Hold on, wait. You're gonna hear my mic a little bit. I have to fix this. Somebody who's probably not in control of the. I kind of want to say emotional regulation is a thing, but that's not really what it is. What is this? The um impulse control. That's yes, impulse control is more so what it feels like. And then we have the Two of Wands here. This is willing to go. This is above and beyond for what I want and what I need to happen. I made a decision and I stuck with it. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way that I wanted, and now it's got me looking at years behind bars. This is also the Eight of Swords. This is a victim of circumstance that is going on here, of your own circumstances at that. These cards are getting straight to the point. For the underlying energy here, I do see the Seven of Swords here. Why was there conflict here? Was it infighting at the label? Why is it the Seven of Swords? The Strength card is also coming up in reverse as well. This is just, he's applying his power the wrong way. And then the Nine of Cups, his wishes were not granted. Okay. Yeah, he's going to get judged, and I don't think it's going to be a good judgment. He is going to jail. He is going under the jail. What? Why was he trying to? Okay. Again, I don't know what was going on at Gucci Mane's label. I wouldn't think it would be that bad, but this is the music industry, and as I have pointed out in several other readings, sometimes, a lot of times, that's just the nature of the game. Okay. Uh, Okay, these fell out on my hand like so. So I'm going to read these. This is the raccoon. Curiosity and perseverance. I'm okay. Something that came to mind for me before I even read this other card. Did he feel like he could make more money if he wasn't signed to Gucci Mane's label? So was it just money driven? Okay. And then we have the Crow. I'm not surprised by this. Dashed hopes and mourning. Wishing things could have been differently. Can I do that? Yeah. Let's do that. Um I just get something like feel like he could have just made more money. He could have pocketed more himself. He didn't. And again, I also wonder if there's a thing here where like, okay, this is what I'm getting, and people who are more informed on this can let me know and like me. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. It kind of feels like when he went away to jail, I don't know how long or how soon, how close the timeline is for when he signed with Gucci Mane or signed to Gucci Mane's label and then went away to jail, or what that timeline is. But it kind of feels like before he went away, he decided to sign with Gucci in order to protect some of his assets and to keep things going while he was away. So, because he knew eventually he was going to get out, so it was kind of like a way to keep his what you call it, his momentum going while he was, kind of like locked down and tied down, making sure he was taking care of people that he needed to. But when he got out and he realized like how much money he could have been making or how much money he was losing in a sense or something, there was some kind of like money or power or whatever, he decided that it was time to cut ties. But what he doesn't understand is that when it comes to the world of business, and the way things, and when it comes to the world of how street business works, I get it. There is a lot of crooked businesses that are still in operation today. There are a lot of businesses that are ran by crooks today, but you have to be smarter about the way you go about it. And you can't be caught in 4K forcing your way through. You just don't have it. You don't have the you don't have the protection, the complexion for the protection. Okay, you come on now. So what is this one here? Lastly, I do have the peaches. This did come up in reverse: fertility and love. Yeah, he just didn't like it there for whatever reason. Grounding, fierce protection is the underlying energy here with the armadillo. I have Wild Violet also coming up in reverse. This is self actualization and individuality. Yeah, he just wanted out of it. He felt like there were certain moves he could have made without the label getting in the way. And then we also have Mojo Bag, Justice coming up here. Mm, okay. Now let me see what's going on with Gucci. Let's see. Okay. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right, people. I shouldn't cross their energies up like that. I hear you shouting at me. Let me put these away and make some like so. I'm gonna leave that there though, because that is the first card that popped up for Gucci. And that is the Queen of Wands in the upright. And I'm not surprised that's coming up in the upright. Um Another victim of circumstance coming out here. We also have the Two of Cups coming up in the upright. Did his girl tell him about Pooh? Like he's an off the rail kind of character. You need to be careful because from what I understand, his wife Keisha, I think it's Keisha Kayor, she is very much involved in a lot of Gucci's businesses. Look, and then we also have the sun here as well coming up here at the end. What is the underlying energies here? We do have the devil coming up here in the reverse. We also have the King of Cups coming up in the upright for the underlying energies. And then we have the Hierophant coming up as well. It's crazy to me how many romantic cards is coming up for Gucci. Is he a water sign? Like a Cancer or something? Because he also has the. I'm trying to cover this up before I show it. He also has the Lovers coming up underneath here as well. There's a lot of. And the Page of Cups. He has a lot of like romanticism cards coming up underneath his energy here on top of like with the Two of Cups. I'm hearing something like I feel like he knew or he was very much aware how much of a loose cannon Pooh was. Um and I'm also wondering if Keisha warned him about it or told him um about the risk of signing somebody like that, but because Gucci comes from the lifestyle that he comes from, he was just kind of like, that's the way of things, that's the way things go. But I wonder if he's like, I'm gonna get enough of not listening to you. Like, damn, I really just be playing around. Like, I'm really gonna get enough of like not heeding what you're saying. Let me move these up a little bit so I can pull these other cards and see. Agency, independence. I would think that would be coming up for Pooh, but that's understandable why it's coming up for Gucci. I don't know how many other people he has signed to his label. You know something funny I'm just hearing? And I wouldn't put it past this man to do it. I wonder how much it is. He's like, yeah, you're going to be locked in a contract with me for the rest of your life now because you decided to be stupid. Like, you're going to have to lean on me to get this money. There's something, allegedly. I don't know if that's really his stuff, but there's something that's coming through for me. Like, I can hear him, like, laughing like, boy, I tell you. Okay, let's see. We have Kyrie shells coming up in reverse. This is dealing with passion, feminine power. Okay, what is this feminine energy that's coming up for Gucci? It's got to be his wife. It's got to be. And then we have the cicada, metamorphosis, life cycle. It came out on the side like this, so I'm going to leave it like that. But the underlying energies is the opossum, dealing with diversity and plurality. The alligator, silence and introspection. And then we also have the kudzu, which is dealing with abundant growth and willpower. I'm laughing because it feels like this is more so his thoughts on Pooh. Like, you've yourself at the end of the day. Did Keisha warn him about this? It did catch him unaware. I didn't think he'd think he was going to go this far. Yeah. What is it? Okay, you know what I think it is? Not so much that she might have warned him. I think more so he's concerned about his girl now. Or maybe she's concerned about his safety. Because a lot of this is feminine energy. You have the moon here, the empress also coming up here in reverse. I wonder if there's some concern here in regards to his girl's safety in his home life, because we also have the Four of Wands here. Maybe that's more so why that feminine energy is kind of trying to like bark through for me. It's more so dealing with that. Yeah, look, Nine of Swords. This is kicking off some paranoia for him. Five of Wands, see, and it's also coming up reverse. Six of Swords. He may leave it all be. I think he maybe just again, which is understandable at this point in time. He's considering all of the ways things can go. Maybe he's going to wait till it actually goes to court and see what kind of legal route and stuff like that they're going to take, or legal recourse they're going to take, and then make a decision. But it does seem like this is setting off some of his paranoia that's going on, and I think he is very much concerned about his family and his home life. I think he's laughing at the situation in regards to how Pooh has done it, but there's also some concern there for his loved ones as well. That's what that is. Okay. Thank you. That came through clear. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there because I don't know how much more I can pick up with this, because again, I'm not that well versed in the street drama and what's going on here with this. Like I said, I didn't even know Gucci started a label and that, Pooh was signed to a label. I thought he was just some underground guy or some local celebrity. But yeah, let me know what you think about this or what information you could share with me so I could become more informed down in the comment section. Hopefully you like this reading. If there is something more I can add to this, please let me know. Please let me know your questions down at the bottom, and I will see if it's worth doing it. With all of that being said, again, thank you so much for joining me and for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, selecting it to all so you can see the next time I upload. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.